and play with different kinds of maps, but their tour builder has gone away. And so a lot of people are switching to Google Earth, but also Google My Maps. One really cool thing about My Maps is it's located right inside of your drive. So as a teacher or a student, all you have to do is click New and find Google My Maps. So let's take a look at how we create with My Maps in Google. All right, guys, so I'm inside of my drive right here, and I'm going to click on the new plus sign button. And to find my Maps, I'm going to go right down here to More and click on Google My Maps. It's red with a white marker. It kind of looks like a hot air balloon. Once you open your Google My Maps, you're going to see the base map that generates for us. When you zoom out, you can see the entire world. It's pretty cool. Now, the base map is awesome because it shows you the political boundaries. You can also see realistic features that you would on an atlas. So they could see roads if you were having a project where students needed real names of roads and locations and the infrastructure that already exist. You can change your map by clicking Base Map, and they have some other features here. I know the satellite looks a lot like Google Earth here. They are different, but you have satellite, you have terrain, and you have a lot of other features as well. I'm going to go back to my base map, and let's take a look at how we actually build our project. So I'm going to give my map a title. I'm going to call it Map Practice. There's a lots of activity ideas that you can use for this kind of a map. One activity idea is at the beginning of the year as an intro, you can show your kids how to use My Maps, but also do it Where I've Been map so they can share the places in the world that they've been or traveled. If they're like me, it might not be a lot of really awesome places around the world, but it definitely gives you a global perspective of what the kids might know. So once you've added a title, you have layers here. And to edit a layer is kind of like a category. You can just click it to rename it. So I might start with where I was born. And now I'm going to find a place in the map that I want to actually mark. I was born in Dallas. I could look up Dallas, Texas here in the search bar, or I know it's right here on the map, so I can just drop my marker right here on Dallas, Texas. When you do that, you have some options. I'm going to say Dallas, Texas, and I can click the save button, and now I have some different features I can use on my marker. I can add an image, which is really cool. Right off my Google search, I can look for Dallas, Texas, and add an image. That's a beautiful picture. You can add text. You can add a lot of other things here too, which is great to let students really travel and build their own tours. So I just hit save. I can change the style. I can edit the text, add more pictures, actually locate directions. And then I have the latitude and longitude coordinates provided as well. If you want to add more places, they can add more layers as kind of categories, and then more markers right here. So let's say I want to add where I've traveled this summer. So I'm going to click, and I can rename where I traveled this summer. And now I can drop my markers where I've actually been this summer. In order to change your marker, if they don't like the default, they can hit the paint can, and they can choose from the different icons here. There's even more down here. Just kind of looking at where they've traveled, it'll give them, the symbol will change on the map, and it will change here in kind of the map timeline. So now I added where I traveled this summer. I went to NASA in Houston, so I just added a picture. I can delete it or add more, kind of generating multi-images there. I'm going to hit save, and now you can see on my map where they're marked and on kind of my map timeline. You can continue to add. Now that I've been plotting my points and building my kind of map timeline over here, I can also do some other features if I like. You can actually draw a line. So let's say I'm going to go to another place in the world and kind of draw a line of where I would like to travel. So I would love to come over here to Europe, and I can draw a shape, a line right here, and I can name it. So where I would like to travel. So as you can see, it came right here because I didn't add a category. I can easily add a layer, name it, and then move the location by grabbing it and just dragging it and dropping it below. So now I can move my markers, the places that I've drawn on my map, everything. I can move them around and really customize. You can also give directions. So if you're building a map where you want students to give authentic directions and realistic names of roads and everything, they can do that. And there's also a measuring. So they can do some math here and measure the distance from one location to another and really see how far it is to travel. Once you're done building and customizing your map and it's just the way you want it, you're going to be ready to share. In order to share, you're going to come right here to the share button. You're going to click on that and you can set your options. So I would share, if you're doing this in school, I would share it within your school district, changing it from restricted to inside of your school district. And you can share this link right here with your teacher or your friends. Be sure to preview your map first. Your preview's right here with your eyeball. When you click on your preview, this is what your friends will see when they get your link. And they can travel through. Once they click to the different locations, it'll navigate them there, and anything you wrote, any images you included will pop up as well. So they can take a tour through your summer vacation, where you've traveled in your life. They can see it all and all the notes you have for them. So this is a great activity to do for tours, cultural tours, scavenger hunts, lit trips, whatever you can think of. So good luck, and I hope you enjoy. So as you can see, there's a lot you can do with Google My Maps. It's really fun. You can create lit trips, you can create custom tours, you can create scavenger hunts. The sky's the limit. So don't be afraid to use Google My Maps. It's right in your drive, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Bye.